Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Carl Nicole and I hope you're all doing really well. Today I am very excited to be trying a new product by Glossier. It's the Glossier Stretch Foundation. Glossier are definitely one of my favourite brands. Whether you want a makeup day or a no makeup day, I feel like they kind of have something geared towards most people. There's actually a lot of products that I really love by the brand. One of my favourites being the Glossier Brow Flick. I have 90s brows, unfortunately, which means I have barely any brow hair. This bad boy literally saves my life. It gives me hairs that I just don't have. I could not live without it. I have tried a few of the Glossier products that I've absolutely loved. I really like their concealer, which we're going to be using today. Now, as far as I know with the concealer, they haven't reformulated it. Now, I could be wrong, but from what I read, they've just come out with some more shades. So it's the actual stretch concealer. This is the one that I already had. And I've also trying for the first time the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam. I am a huge fan of cream products. I feel like I'm moving away now as I'm getting a bit older from powder products because they just sit in my fine lines. So I'm very excited to try the blush. So what information do I have on this foundation? On the website, it says guaranteed to look as good outside as it does in your bathroom mirror. Oh, that would be amazing. It comes in 32 different shades and it claims to have 89% skincare based ingredients. It's a gel cream foundation that leaves your skin looking moisturized with a natural to you finish. It will last for up to 12 hours. Let's see if those claims are true. Let's get this hairpin back and get this on my face. So I've brought you in a little bit closer for this. I am doing this in daylight. Unfortunately, the weather is not great today. It's just no sun. It's raining. It's miserable. It's Ireland. So I'm giving this a really good shake, as it says in the instructions. I have gone today for the shade medium 1. I think it might be slightly too dark for me, but we will make it work. I always think it's very hard to find your shade online if you're not picking in store. In relation to my skin, I have a light to medium skin tone with neutral undertones. However, sometimes I do feel like I could be bordering on an olive skin tone. It's confusing. But anyway, we're going to go with the medium 1 and we're going to see how it is. So in relation to how I've prepped my skin today, I have literally only used my favourite base, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I know, I wish I liked a less expensive base, but I do. I just love it. And I think it's a fair judgment then in relation to testing the product, seeing how it wears, and seeing how it lasts throughout the day. I'm actually trying out a new brush. I saw this on offer on Amazon and I thought I'd give it a whirl. And it's actually really nice. So there is a brush that they recommend buying, the Stretch Concealer Foundation brush. It's kind of a weird shape. I'll pop it on the screen for you to have a look at. But I just didn't want, honestly, I just didn't want to be paying for a new brush. I don't need another new brush, she says, after just buying another one from Amazon. This foundation cost me 38 euros. Which I would say is semi-high. One thing I'm really surprised at, so I put one pump on the back of my hand. I expected it to be super runny, but look at it. It's not moving at all. Wow, I'm just going to use a little bit more. That blended out really nicely. In relation to my skin, I have broken capillaries around my nose area. I have some redness. My skin, I would say, is kind of more normal to dry. So if I just bring you in a little bit, this is how my skin is looking. I mean, it looks really nice. It looks really glowy. This is a side with nothing. I think the colour is okay actually. So let me pop this on the rest of my face. One pump has definitely covered my whole face. Just make sure we get it up into the ears and blend down the neck. That is a really lovely foundation. It's lovely. It really is lovely. However, I was really expecting something completely different. I was expecting something that had quite a runny consistency, that had a very light coverage. It's described as a light to medium. I would say that would be fairly accurate when it comes to light to medium. This is definitely more on the medium side. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pop on a little bit of the stretch concealer that I have. Now this is in the shade G9. If you can focus a little bit there. This is a pretty concealer, but it's not going to give you a ton of coverage. That's just not that type of concealer. This is the concealer that I wear, you know, one of those days where I barely wear any makeup, but I always, no matter what I'm doing or where I'm going, I will always conceal under my eyes. And this is the concealer that I reach for. And one of the things I like about it is that I can actually use a really liberal amount without it getting cakey. So I put quite a generous amount on there. And as you can see, like the difference between here and here, still a light coverage, but it has covered up those dark circles. It's a really nice concealer. And I think it's one that I would always have in my collection. I'm liking the foundation. It's definitely very luminous. It's not cakey. It's not sitting into any of my lines. I am getting really good coverage. It's definitely evened out my whole skin tone. That is definitely my kind of foundation. I am going to just pop a little bit of bronzer on. So today I'm going to use the Rare Beauty stick, which I really like. I think this shade, Always Sunny, is a little bit warm for me, but it works. So I'm going to pop a little bit of this on. We'll see how it goes on over the foundation. That's nice. That has not disturbed the foundation at all. Lovely. I really do like that. It's lovely. It really is. It blends so seamlessly. And that is blended out really nicely over the foundation. Really nice. I am a massive fan of cream blush and liquid blush. My favourite being the Rare Beauty. I adore them. I have them in many shades. And the way that I use liquid blush is I actually saw this from, okay, Huda Beauty. Huda Katan. That's her surname, isn't it? Is it? But anyway, she said that to always put your cream products in the palm of your hand. So this is the shade Beam, which is described as a peachy shade. Sorry, can't get that to focus. It's described as a peachy shade, and I went for this shade because I'm a big pink blush fan, but I just wanted to try something a little bit different. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Wow, and I'm literally putting the tiniest dot. So who'd have said that to put the cream or liquid products in the palm of your hand, because the palm of your hand has no pores? Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, I really like that. So I'm just taking a foundation brush just to blend out the edges of that blush. Oh wow, I really love that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. It's very, very sheer, but I can tell it will be very, very buildable as well. So there we go. Gorgeous. Okay, we're doing well. I'm going to pop off. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup. I'm going to go for something really kind of minimal enough because I feel like Glossier, it's not really a brand that promotes kind of full beat. So I'm going to pop off. I'm going to put on a little bit of more makeup and I will be back with some more thoughts. So I'm back. I popped a little bit of mascara on. I don't ordinarily powder, so I wasn't going to do something today that I wouldn't normally do. So I just literally powder because I have under eye hollows. I literally just powder in this tiny little section here. I was going to pop on a Glossier lipstick today, but actually I thought, you know what, let's just go with the gloss. So this is just the Glossier lip gloss. Yeah, just a very minimal makeup look. And to be quite honest, I'm not a huge big lip gloss fan. This one is fine. It's not the most comfortable that I've ever used, to be honest, but it's nice. And it's not, you know, it's not plumping. It doesn't, no tingling. There's none of that. It's just a nice lip gloss. Down to the nitty gritty. Oh, what am I thinking about this foundation and blush? I really, really like it. It's lovely. It's very flattering. I would say if your skin type is anything like mine, which is normal to dry, I think you would really like it. Do I think it's super light? Do I think it's a typical Glossier product? I'm gonna have to say no, I don't think it is. It's giving a lot more coverage than what you would think and what I expected. That does not necessarily make it a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. However, would it be something that I would reach for on a day-to-day basis? I don't know. I think I would want, if I'm looking for a little bit more fuller coverage, I would be reaching for this. On a day-to-day basis, I do prefer foundations such as the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I find that really light, you know, really, but gives me really great coverage, you know, also very luminous. I think I would prefer something like that on a day-to-day basis. However, do I love the foundation at the moment? Yes, I really, really do like it. I'm going to give this a wear test. I'm going to go off. I'm going to, you know, I've got school runs to do. The lighting is not the best today and it's raining, but I will try to get outside for a proper daylight check-in later on and we'll see how it wears. But overall, would I recommend this foundation? Yes. Would I recommend it for mature skin? Absolutely. I absolutely would. I really am a fan of it. I think it's a really good step for Glossier because I know that with their other face product, main face product, which is the skin tint, I know some people really, really don't like it. It just doesn't give any coverage. This is on the opposite end of that scale. It's not full coverage. It's not super full glam, but it's definitely going to hide your blemishes. It's going to even out that skin tone. It's a really, really good product. And I will, if there's anything else to update after this video, because I'm going to continue to wear it over the next few weeks, I will update the blush. 100% recommend. If you like liquid products, you will really enjoy it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so annoyed with myself for taking so long to try it. I'm angry. I'm angry with myself. It's beautiful. I am now gonna pop online. I'm gonna order myself some more colours. I know that I'm really going to enjoy them. They are sheer, they're buildable, they're beautiful. Give them a go. So thank you for joining me today for this review. I really hope that it's been useful in some way. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. Hi guys, so I am just out on my first school run of the day. So it's been a couple of hours now since I've had the foundation and the blush and concealer on, and it is still looking really, really good. As I said earlier, I don't powder my forehead. I don't powder around my cheek, my T-zone. I don't generally powder there unless I'm going on a night out, which I'm not. So I am looking a little bit shiny there, but that for me is to be expected. I did ditch the lip gloss. I can't cope with my hair sticking to my lips. I just can't do it, so I've just swapped that out. So that's the only change I've made. I've not touched my face. I am going to now crack on with the rest of my day. I am really, really happy so far with how it's looking. It is early in the day. I would expect, you know, just wearing throughout a normal busy day. Blush is an absolute winner for me. It's definitely going to be one of my favorites now moving forward. I'm really excited to get some new shades. So yeah, I'm going to go off on my day and I will check on later on to see how this is faring and if it starts to settle into any lines, which it hasn't so far. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. I'll give it a few more hours. And once the day's in, I'll be back with my final thoughts and my final conclusion on this new Glossier product. So I will catch you then. So I'm here for the final check-in. It's been about 8 hours now since I've had the foundation on. I really wanted to get outside for the check-in, but it is raining and it has continued to rain all day. But let's quickly have a look at how my face is looking. So, you know, I've been busy, been looking after the kids, I've been cooking, regular stuff. I'm a face toucher. So it's a big test for me. Will it last? So I think, you know, around the usual area. So bearing in mind, nothing was powdered. So around here, it's definitely come away around by my nose and my forehead, which I think I touch a lot more than what I think. And, you know, around the chin area, which I think is pretty normal. Sometimes I'll be wearing foundation for a lot longer and it will stand up a little bit better than this one. But all in all, I think it's an average wearing foundation. I would easily get the 12 hours that it says. I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the luminosity and the coverage, which was a massive surprise for me. The coverage I'm still shocked by the coverage. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. And one thing I do want to say is that as I was just looking through a bit of the footage, as I was applying the foundation, the colour actually looked a little bit crazy when I was applying it, or when I was dotting it on my face, but I don't know whether it was the lighting. It actually turned out really good colour match. So yeah, I've not touched up my face all day. It's looking good. I will continue to use this and I think it will be a staple in my collection. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. If you like the content, please go ahead, give a like and subscribe. I would love to see you again and take care and I'll see you in the next one.